What's up everyone, it's Tia and welcome to another day of Career Adventures Camp. This is our first ever virtual edition and I'm so excited to be here, sharing some sneak peeks of some of the coolest careers in the Dayton area. If you want to know more about a career or if you have any questions, visit DaytonMetroLibrary.org/careeradventures for a ton of resources. If you have absolutely no idea what you want to do when you finish high school, don't worry. Visit the library's website. Take the quick career cruising interest and aptitude assessment, and join me each day to help figure out what's the best path for you. Today we are focusing on construction and skilled trades, which includes carpenters, electricians, plumbers, and more. In the Dayton region, there are over 1,000 job openings annually. Let's learn more and visit with Phil Smith and John Hess at Mechanical Systems of Dayton. Then we'll go on site with Nick Smiley to learn about all the opportunities in construction. Hi Phil, how are you? And thanks for having us.
I'm good, how are you? It's my pleasure to be here. So here at Mechanical Systems of Dayton, we do HVAC, plumbing, refrigeration, building automation, controls, all those kinds of things. And when I started, I was an apprentice, which means I knew nothing about this industry. I came in, went through the apprenticeship program, worked my way up to the point where I was the guy running jobs. I was the one that people came to on that particular job. I made those decisions and I led that crew. And then it evolved into a safety position, which is where I am today.
So what part of the shop are we in right now?
So this is we call this prefab, so prefabrication. So in this area, we're gonna put everything together before we send it out to the job. And it's like a puzzle, right? So they're gonna put it together, they're gonna number it, and then they're gonna take it apart and send it all out. And we're gonna have a little sheet out in the field that's gonna tell us where pieces go, and we're gonna put it together just like a puzzle. Favorite project I've ever worked on is probably one of the more recognizable buildings in the Dayton area. So if you ever go to the Dayton Airport and you see the big glass ice cream cone, that's the air traffic control tower. So not very often you get to do something like that. So that's probably one that really sticks out to me.
What kinds of jobs do you have for people who want to work in construction or skilled trades?
All different kinds of jobs. You name it, we've got it. We've got people that went to school and have degrees and have master's degrees. We have people that came straight out of high school. We have people that run our HR department, people that do our VDC, which is like our virtual design. We have people that are actually putting things together. We have engineers. So you name it, we have it.
Okay, so let's hear more about one of these jobs. Plumbing foreman John Hess is on a construction site almost every day. Hi John, it's great to see you.
Hey, nice to see you guys. How are you guys today?
As a foreman, he's the supervisor of the team and is also involved in the hands-on construction work. What kinds of things does your team do on site?
So like on my end, we do all the bathroom groups, the drinking water, the systems that cool and heat the building, and then we do the refrigeration, so like the meat cases at the grocery stores that keeps the dairy products or the meat cold.
It sounds like your team works on a number of projects at each job site. What do you think is the best part of your job?
The best part of this job is I like working with people. I like working with my hands. You get to meet so many different people over the years. It's funny now that I've been doing this for so long, I can be out at the grocery store or at a fair or festival and see somebody that I've worked with and just talk to them.
John's been working in the industry for 12 years, and it sounds like he's really enjoyed meeting a lot of people during that time. In the Dayton region, there are over 12,000 jobs for workers in construction and skilled trades. For people who want a job like John or Phil have, there's great and well-paying jobs for carpenters, plumbers, electricians, drywallers, welders, HVAC specialists, and so much more. When Phil and John started, they were in an apprenticeship program where they could learn from others on the job and work their way up. There are also career technical schools where you can start to specialize in construction and trades while still in high school. Let's hear more about this from Nick Smiley from the Associated Builders and Contractors of the Ohio Valley. Hi Nick, why is technical school an advantage for someone in high school?
Hi, how are you guys doing? Thanks for coming out today. Well, there's many advantages. The first one, first and foremost, you're going to get that training while you're also getting the knowledge that you would normally get in school. So all your math, English, science, all those classes are going to be tailored to what trade you want. Let's say you want to be a plumber. They're going to work with you on making sure that you know the formulations on how to calculate what type of pipe diameter you need to move a certain amount of water. those classes are tailored to that. So all vocational schools, I being a graduate of a vocational school myself, is one of the best places to start.
Most trade schools are a 2-year school, so during your junior and senior year, you could start going to the trade school while still going to your high school as well. One question we hear a lot is about pay ranges. So how much does a job in construction pay, and can I support myself and a family?
It varies. From position to position, you can start out making anywhere from the $15 to $20 an hour range, and I've got friends that make $60 an hour every day. You get company cars, there's tons of perks, there's a lot of benefits to it. Financially, you can build a life for any type of family working in the skilled trades.
You can make a great living in this industry. There's always an entry level, so everyone comes in and starts at a certain level, but where you end up is completely up to you. For instance, we have people right now that out in the field that work on jobs and they're making upwards of $60 an hour. We work with people of all different age ranges. So we have people that come in that are fresh out of school. We have people that are co-op from high school. So their junior and senior year in high school, they actually go to school half the time and then they come and they get paid and work for us half the time. How cool is that? I wish I would have known about that when I was in school. So we have that all the way up to people that are your parents' age, you know, like me, and people that are older than me, and everywhere in between.
Okay, so you mentioned the trade schools and also the apprenticeship, where you get to learn from others on the job. John, what was it like when you were an apprentice?
When I first got started, I was a first-year apprentice, so I was just being an extra set of hands for the guys that were a higher level than me. The first day on the job was a little overwhelming, just something new that I have never been a part of. So there's just a lot of taking in the scenes and the sights and the sounds, but you quickly get acclimated to what you're doing. So I just kind of fell right into the groove and just kind of started going from there.
When I was in 8th grade, I knew exactly what I was going to be. I was a starting linebacker in the NFL. Hands down. That really wasn't in the cards for me to become. I thought it was in 8th grade, but I ended up finding a career path through construction. I really enjoyed construction. I liked turning around at the end of the day and I built that. I was part of that. My wife and kids would get upset with me because we would drive by a building and I'd be like, I did that. They heard it 100 times.
What's it like being on a construction site and part of a team that completes a building project?
There's a lot of work that goes into making a building become a building. It's the details that people forget, you know, the doors, the windows, what makes the toilets flush, what makes the water come out of a drinking fountain. And it's really neat to be on a job site to see all the different trades come together to do their part and intertwine with each other that make a building from just a dirt lot, and then next thing you know, you have a building that could be a hospital or a grocery store or a library or a school.
So, you're a plumbing foreman and you specialize in plumbing. You also work on building different types of buildings in the Dayton region. What do you think helps you be successful in a career in construction and skilled trades?
So I think to be successful, you gotta have a good imagination, some creativity, teamwork to be able to work with other trades, your teammates at your company, critical thinking, just the ability to just kind of think outside the box.
Anybody, and I mean anybody, who shows a desire and a willingness to join a skills trades company and actually put in the effort to learn that trade will never be denied an opportunity. The skills trades accepts everyone.
Huge thank you to Mechanical Systems of Dayton for giving us the Insider's Tour. And to the Associated Builders and Contractors, Ohio Valley, for helping us to learn more. I also want to say thank you to the coordinators of Career Adventures Camp. Day 4 of camp, we're going to learn about aerospace, which includes anything that flies, like drones, and logistics, how things get from one place to another. I can't wait to see what else we learn about this week. See you tomorrow for another day of Career Adventures Camp.